Welcome to this quick tutorial on ExtendedForms, the powerful add-on that supercharges your Google Form experience. In this video, we'll walk you through all its features and show you exactly how it works. To dive into this page, simply type ExtendedForms.io into your search bar. Once you've done that, it will take you to this page. From here, just click the Install for Free button. Next, it will prompt you to install the add-on. Just proceed with the installation. Select any of your Google IDs and click the Continue button. You'll be asked for a couple of permissions. Go ahead and allow those permissions. Once that's done, your installation process will be complete. Now, let's quickly head over to Google Forms. From here, you can either create a new form from scratch or use an existing one. In my case, I'll use an existing form that I've already created. Here it is. Now you might be able to spot a puzzle-like icon at the top. You'll need to select Extended Form from the options. Next, it will prompt you to configure. Just hit that Configure button and a pop-up window will appear, asking you to connect your extended form with your Google form. Now that it's connected, you'll see a small window for viewing basic customization options. There's also a preview button available. From here, you can to-go the dashboard to check the responses or to make any further customization. You can even send invitations from here. Here by default, the restriction limit and time limit both is set to 1. You can change it if you wish. But I want to adjust time limit to 10 and save it. Alright, it's successfully saved. Let's preview our form now and get started. You should see a standing timer at the top. Now, if you want to change the style or design of this timer, here's what to do. Let's navigate back. From here, select Responses, and it will take you to the main dashboard area. To change the design and color, select the 3 dots, then go to Form Appearance. Here, you can change the style as well as the variant. Let's choose the bar timer. I'll keep the first variant, and you can also change the color. I'll stick with the current colors and update it. Let's view it once more. Let's get started again. And here we have a different timer. Cool, right? Let's go back and check out some more settings after the return to the main dashboard. First, let's understand the dashboard. It has a Responses area. Anyone who visits the forms will be tracked down here. If you've sent requests that are yet to be accepted, they'll be shown here. You can share the form from this section or copy the link to share with others. You can also type in email addresses. To explore additional advanced settings, select the 3 dots and go to Form Settings. This setting is divided into 2 sections, General Settings and Proctor Settings. Let's examine the General Settings first. It includes a time limit, which we set from 1 minute to 10 minutes. It also features an Auto-Submit option, which automatically submits the form once the timer ends. There are also advanced settings like negative markings, which deduct marks for wrong answers. We'll leave this off for now. There's also a restriction on attempts. People can only submit the form once. There are other settings worth exploring. Let's move on to the Proctor settings. For tracking, there are 3 options: full screen mode, tab switching, and camera snapshot. Let's see how these work in practice. Clicking here to update the settings. Now let's move to our form and get started. You'll see an acknowledgement notifying you that the Proctor is active. So you shouldn't exit the full screen, shouldn't switch tabs, and there will be frequent camera snapshots. Make sure to allow permissions. Permissions are enabled. Let's proceed with this. As you can see, as soon as I exit the full screen, the questions become blur. However, when I return to full screen, I can continue with the form. This action will count as 1 violation. Similarly, if I try to switch tabs, it will count as another violation. Additionally, automatic snapshots will be frequently taken using the camera. So, let's go back and check the report it will generate. From here, you can track down all the responders. Now, let's look at my report. Here's the report it has generated. It captured a snapshot right at the start, just as I switched to the form. It has recorded 1 violation. This was when I exited the full screen, which I did twice. The same goes for switching tabs. Also, I didn't submit the form, so it clearly showed as not submitted. This is the complete report it has generated, specifically for each exam taker. I hope this makes sense. These features are extremely useful. In addition, ExtendedForm provides more advanced features such as team management and integration with Google Classroom. Now it's your turn. Install ExtendedForm today and connect it with your Google Forms to transform the way you collect responses. I hope everything is clear. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Until then, thank you so much.